What's going on, guys? We're going to look at the eBay sales going out today. We had a few items, not too many, and we'll show you a recent pickup. So the first thing going out today is a 2005 Ford F-250, 350, and 450, and 550 wiring diagram manual. This was part of that large manual lot buy we did recently. We had two of these. They were duplicates. This one is lot number 2, and it sold for $30 plus ship, $29.99 plus ship. Second item going out is a license plate. We bought a pretty good sized lot of antique and vintage license plates the other day. And this one is a pretty cool piece, 1917 Connecticut license plate. This one here sold for $19.99 plus shipping. Next item going out, and we talked about this in a recent video when we talked about our, the most expensive items in our eBay store. This was one of them. This is a vintage McDonald's glass ashtray. It's one of the spiral bottoms. It's one of the more desirable ones. This sold for $299 plus shipping, believe it or not. Next item is this Connecticut dealer plate from 1970. This plate, it's got some condition issues, obviously. It's rusted, dented, and so forth. This sold for $9.99 plus ship. Next item is a Disney Waterford crystal ornament. And this sold, we took an offer on this. We had this, what am I doing? I'm picking up the ashtray. We had this in stock for quite a while. We took an offer on this. It sold for $5 plus ship, but we're glad to see it go. I don't think they're going to have it in time for Christmas. I think it's, what is it, the 18th today? Something like that. It's getting late, so it's a little baggy. I'm not going to take it out, but anyway, that's what's going out so far today. If we sell anything else, I'll take you along, and then I'll show you the recent items we just picked up. Saturday morning now, we've got two more items going out. We've got this Haynes Ford Pickups and Bronco service manual, repair manual. This sold for $12.99 free shipping. Then we had this Department 56 piece. I think this was a piece that we actually bought from an auction a couple of years ago. This is Kensington Palace. It's missing a lot of accessories that would have gone in here, which drastically hurt the value. I think this was around a $50 piece if it was complete. But in this condition, we sold this for $15, and it's local pickup marketplace. Let me show you some pickups we picked up the other day. So I responded to a Facebook Marketplace ad for some vintage wheels, like hot rod wheels. I'll show you one example here. So this is an Anson wheel. This is from the probably the 1960s, maybe, I'm guessing. This is what they call a slotted mag. So I bought a pair of these and two pairs of very similar wheels from the same period. So 6 wheels for $300. I have to do some more research on these. I'm not sure what we're going to ask for them. These are more common than the other two sets I have, so we'll see how we do. But a $300 investment on all these wheels. So while I was at this person's property, I asked them if they had anything else they were selling, because I knew they had a couple other Facebook Marketplace posts. So he asked me what I was interested in, and I said basically anything. So he took me into his garage, and he had a stack of old license plates, mostly antique plates, a couple more modern ones. So I bought the entire stack of plates for $200. This one is a Connecticut Early American plate from 1978. Not a lot of value here. This is probably a $10 plate. And these are all listed already. I got a Connecticut 1915 plate. This one's pretty rough, and I'm just noticing now it looks like it may have had some touch-up work in the past. So I might have to modify my listing to mention that. We've got a New Hampshire plate from 1920. Obviously has some condition issues on the top. And most of these, if not all, have watchers on them already. This is kind of a cool plate. This is a Massachusetts plate from 1912. Obvious condition issues. I think this is probably my favorite out of the lot. This is Rhode Island from 1919. We've got a Massachusetts from, looks like 1916. Another Massachusetts from 1917. You know, it's funny how much they change in just 1 year from the same state. And then this is probably the most expensive plate out of the lot because it's a pair. This is a pair of Connecticut plates from 1915. We have these listed for $140, and there's a couple watchers on them already. So it'll be really interesting to see how this entire lot does. Like I said, my total investment on these plates is around $200. I'm guessing we're going to pull somewhere around maybe $420 out of it. A little bit more than I wanted to spend on them, but this guy was obviously a knowledgeable collector. He knew what he had to get for the stuff. So I had to pay to play, unfortunately. So I am going to go back to his property after the new year and do a big buy from him. He took me in, showed me his collection. You know, there's a fine line between hoarding and collecting, but he had really quality stuff, and lots of it. So I think I could probably drop 10 grand in what was in his living room without even putting a dent in it. So I'll report back on that if we end up visiting his property and what we're able to buy. See you guys in the next one.